Good afternoon, Poe family, friends, and guests. I'm Christian Jackson, also known as Little Dockery, and your resident 5th grader. It's my great honor and pleasure to introduce to you all today our very special guest. He has one of the most important jobs in the city of Chicago. Although he has done many great things in his life, his #1 achievement was meeting me. I'm just kidding. His #1 passion is education. He has spent a lot of time making sure that all the students in Chicago public schools get the best opportunities. He has dedicated to helping students like us succeed and achieve our educational goal. Now, although he's been any places like the White House, where he has served as senior advisor to President Bill Clinton, and White House Chief of Staff to President Barack Obama. But he's never been anywhere like Poe Classical. So let's give the biggest Ravens roar to our mayor, Mayor Emanuel.
You know, Christian, now that we're on a first name basis there, I'll just say, I have been to a lot of places, but I have never been introduced. Just like that. And if I had known, Christian, that, and Eric, this goes to you, if I had known that I was supposed to wear the white shirt, blue tie, black suit, I would have worn my wardrobe for today, my Poe outfit. I was always for the school uniform policy, I just never knew that was it. So, do me a favor, although I don't, from what I can gather, Christian's okay there with self-esteem. Give him a hand again for that introduction.
This is Mom.
I got that, okay? I don't know if that's the mom or she just adopted him right now. I got it. Now, I do want to say, I want to echo exactly what Christian said. Because I've been to a lot of places, and I'm very fortunate. But I have not been because what I want to say and get to, and I want you to know this because Eric brought this up. He says, I don't know what this award, Blue Ribbon, is. So let me tell you, there's over 100,000 competitors in the United States of America and only 300 selected in all the United States of America, and everybody's going to see what we see here at Poe School. You can't get the year off, but you definitely can take this hour off, okay?
Okay.
Now, I want you to know, and if you haven't known this already, your alderman is always bragging on you, so give your hand to the alderman here. He's always bragging on Anthony Beal, talking about Poe. You can't get him. Now, Christian, I also want to note, because we're celebrating what our kids have accomplished, could all the teachers please stand up so we can give you a round of applause here for what you've accomplished? And also, I get slightly nostalgic because I have a 20-year-old who's off at college at UCLA. I have another daughter who's at Brown, and one left now. She's a senior. She's basically gone already anyway. But I do believe this. I said this once. Every child is homeschooled. Because the most important door they walk through for their education is the front door of their home, because that's where they learn the value of an education. And so to the parents, can you stand so we can give you an applause for everything you have accomplished? And you can see by the enthusiasm, which it goes to the Forrest and Janice, I always talk about this. You give me, or you give a child, an involved parent, a teacher that motivates, and a principal that's not scared to be held accountable. I don't care what their zip code is, I don't care what their address is, they're gonna succeed. And Poe is an example of what I want all of you to know. When somebody asks you in the United States of America, what kids in 8th grade are leading the United States in math, you tell them, the children from Chicago. When they say and ask, which kids in 4th grade are one of the leaders in reading gains in the United States of America, you tell them, Chicago's children. When they ask you which school system's graduation rate is 3 times the national average every year for 5 years in a row, you tell them, the kids from Chicago. And what we see here, again, what we have talked about repeatedly, kids actually start dropping out of college in 3rd grade. Not freshman year, yeah. And that means that they have to know their math, they have to know their reading, and they have to know their subjects right here at Poe. Because that's the preparation that happens. And what we know by this award is great things are happening here in Poe, great things are happening at CPS under great leadership. What we also know is what I want everybody to see in the city of Chicago, and I want people to see in the United States. That at every level, when you set a bar for the children of the city of Chicago educationally, they clear it, they exceed it, and they set new expectations. That's what's happening at this great school. And as you said, we're here slightly on educational gains, Christian, as you made the point. And I want to compliment Eric, also you, about what you mentioned also. Sometimes we talk about the fundamentals, but artistic education is a fundamental education. I want to applaud you for reminding all that. Because prior to the full day and the full school year, we had kids having to pick between reading or recess, and now our kids get reading and recess.
Indeed.
We in the past had to pick, because it was a short school day and a short school year, we had to pick between math or music. Now our kids get math and music, and it's not a choice, it's a false choice. And somebody that's been leading this effort with incredible dedication, part of the public schools, then a teacher, then a assistant principal, then a principal, and now the chief education officer is my good friend and somebody who's always there. She loves the school. You know her,
Yep.
Dr. Janice Jackson.